Doc, cancer survivor po ako. Pwede po ba ang low-carb lifestyle sa akin? Doc, I just got diagnosed with cancer. Can I also do low-carb and fasting lifestyle? Doc, maaari po bang gamitin ang low-carb fasting lifestyle para sa prevention ng cancer? So these are great questions. They are very commonly asked sa ating mga broadcasts. Lagi natin nakikita sa comment sections natin. Nakakatulong nga ba itong lifestyle natin sa pag-prevent nitong napaka-notorious na disease na ito that's really plaguing our modern-day society? Ito po si Dr. Iris, Filipino-Canadian medical doctor, based dito sa Vancouver, Canada. I do public service para sa mga kababayan natin worldwide. And ang akin pong layunin ay matulungan kayo to address yung mga lifestyle-related diseases in a natural way para po iwas sa side effects, iwas sa pagbili ng mamahaling gamot. Kasi if we look at the root source of the disease and really address that, then we can really save a lot of yung mga morbidities, yung mga komplikasyon po ng sakit, and also save a lot of money, save a lot of heartache, save a lot of symptoms na mararamdaman natin kapag itong mga sakit na ito full-blown na. So isa sa mga sakit na kinatatakutan nga is cancer. So what role does the low-carb and fasting lifestyle play sa possible prevention, sa possible even treatment ng disease na ito? So the fascinating thing and the good news actually is with the advances of our technology, nadiskubre po that cancer is really a metabolic disease. Isa siyang problema sa pamamaraan kung paano ginagamit ng katawan ang enerhiya. So metabolism is all about, transforming yung source of energy coming from the outside. So mainly ito yung food, and then using that as fuel para mapagana yung mga proseso ng katawan natin. So when I say that cancer is a metabolic disease, it's important to understand paano nga ba gumagana yung natural na metabolism. So the natural metabolism, so yung normal na metabolism natin is we have an energy source. It can be in the form of either glucose, so yun yung pinakamaliit na energy unit, glucose, or it can be the form of fat. So yan yung normal cells natin. It can utilize both, so glucose or fat. And then sa pamamagitan ng mga proseso sa loob ng ating cells, then these energy sources can be transformed into actual energy currency na maaaring gamitin ng katawan natin, which is called ATP, so yung adenosine triphosphate. So ang normal cells po usually utilize yung tinatawag na Oxidative Phosphorylation, so OXPHOS. Ito yung proseso na pinagdadaanan para ma-convert itong energy source na ito, like for example glucose, para ito ay ma-convert into yung energy currency na magagamit nga ng cells natin. So what makes it quite different from cancer metabolism is that yung cancer metabolism is quite defective. So cancer preferentially goes to a different pathway to extract its energy fuel. So imbis na gagamit siya ng oxidative phosphorylation, cancer cells, they prefer fermentation. Kahit pa may oxygen available dyan, they will prefer to ferment. So yun yung pagkakaiba po, So normal cell, oxidative phosphorylation, cancer cells, fermentation. So ngayon, ang nakakatuwa dyan is because dahil ang cancer cells prefer this type of way ng pagkuha ng kanyang energy, then it also prefers that kind of fuel. So glucose po ang preferred fuel ni cancer, while our normal cells, as you know, can either utilize glucose or fat. So itong pagkakaiba sa metabolism na ito between normal cells and cancer cells gave way to the Warburg theory. And yun nga na yung preference ng metabolic pathways ng normal cell at cancer magkaiba. So this makes it very exciting in terms of treatment dahil ngayon na-apply ito ng mga researchers sa specific kinds of cancer. So, ang pinaka-sikat na application nito is sa brain cancer, kung saan una nilang ginamit yung theory ng metabolism na kung si cancer ay glucose lang ang preferred fuel niya at si normal cell maaring gumamit ng either sugar or fat, then may advantage si normal cell. So, pag tinanggal natin yung common sa kanila, which is sugar, at i-feed lang natin si normal cell ng fat, makakasurvive pa rin siya. Pero si cancer hindi. Magugutom siya. And so dito nagsimula yung revolution with brain cancer treatment. So nung ginawa nila yung ketogenic diet, which pushes the body to go into ketosis. So ketosis, utilization of fat bodies for fuel, ang nangyari po ay nag-survive yung normal cells, and then yung cancer cells, they started to starve. So the tumor started to shrink, dahil wala na siyang mapagkunan ng fuel. And now, going to different applications, nakikita po na very promising din ang resulta nito. So, very promising siya sa cases ng breast cancer, colorectal cancer, prostate cancer. Marami pa pong ibang cancer na nagkakaroon na ng application nito ngayon dahil nga nalalaman na ng mas maraming tao na ang pinaka-problema is metabolism. So, anong amount naman ang makakatulong sa katawan to go into this low glucose, yung tinatawag na dietary energy restriction type of treatment, na papababain natin yung glucose na pumapasok sa katawan para magutom natin si cancer cell? Well, according sa research, if you go with 12 grams of net carb per day and you restrict your protein requirement, remember, this is a dietary energy requirement. Siyempre si protein, even though hindi siya obviously carb, pero protein in the body can still get converted into glucose. So kahit si protein, kailangan din nating i-restrict. So according sa research, 0.8 to 1.2 grams per kilogram body weight yung optimized na restriction ng protein para yung body natin will shift into fat burning. So mababang carbs, mababa rin yung protein, then that shifts the body into ketosis, fat burning, and in that way, fat ang gagamitin na fuel and normal cells can still thrive while cancer cells, they start to shrink, they start to get starved. So very promising ito. Obviously, dahil po, it simplifies so many things. Imagine po, once we really refine the perfect regimen for this, then may iwasan na yung very toxic effects, obviously, ng chemotherapy agents. For now, it's not a perfect system yet. For now, many centers are still doing a combination. So, they are adding on yung dietary energy restriction with the traditional na mga chemotherapeutic agents, radiation therapy, and all that. But in the future, this is looking very promising as we refine yung ating knowledge about this. Then we will shift to more natural ways of combating this disease. And, work even doon sa pinaka-source, which is yung prevention nito, by adapting this healthier way of eating from the get-go para hindi na umabot dun sa pagkakaroon ng cancer and all its complications. So for us po na mga advocates ng low-carb and fasting lifestyle, sa mga advocates ng ketogenic diet, we are all very ecstatic about this. Obviously, isa ito sa mga pinakamahirap gamutin na sakit ngayon. And to simplify it, para ito ay maging mas natural na pamamaraan ng gamutan, this is a dream come true for us. Kasi we're always all about prevention. We're always all about root cause po, na uri ng gamutan. Para po hindi yung tinatarget lang natin, lahat band-aid technique lang. Magastos na, marami pang side effects. Kung kailangan po ng extra gabay, we have our communities for support. Join lang po kayo, nandyan ang link sa baba. Para po sa ating food guide, para po kayo ay matuto ng mag-shift into fat burning, umiwas na tayo sa high carb na pamamaraan ng pagkain. Available po yung ating food guide, levelupwithdriris.com. Libre lang po yung resource na yan. Diyan po sa webpage na yan, napakarami pang free resources, free trainings beyond health. Kasi ang ating goal is tulungan ang mga kababayan natin to level up in different ways, very holistically, so health and wealth po. And sa mga kailangan magtanong, meron tayong free Zoom meets. Ito ay public service. Ang ina-encourage ko mag-attend nito yung mga wala talagang pambayad sa doktor kasi I know that not everyone can afford to see a doctor these days. Ito ay isang information session. Hopefully makatulong pa rin po in my own little way para maintindihan natin lalo yung root cause ng mga sakit. As always, I am wishing you holistic wellness. Level up po tayo lagi. Stay healthy and stay low carb.